Hello, I'm the Anime Viewer 66, and today I'm going to be reviewing Season 1 of Higurashi When They Cry, otherwise known as Twilight Zone the anime. Seriously, this thing is all over the place. Higurashi fits into that sort of thriller-horror-incredibly insane what in the world did I just watch category of anime. The basic plot setup of Higurashi is as follows. Basically, there are various arcs to this show. On the first half are the question arcs, the arcs that make you ask a bunch of questions about what in the world is going on. And then later are the sort of answer arcs, where it sort of gives you more and more information about what happened in the earlier ones, to a degree. A normal arc in Higurashi will go something like this. They'll have a tiny bit of foreshadowing, followed by some happy-go-lucky, good times for all sort of moments, but then slowly but surely, more and more creepily will the anime get. It'll be subtle at first, but then it'll get gradually more creepy into the climax of that arc, which will end in complete and total horror. And then, in the next arc, the whole thing will start over in the same small town with the same people with some changes here and there, all the while making you wonder what is going on, because in each individual arc of this anime you have the same characters and everything else, but they're doing different things. There's a different plot every time, so you sort of wonder what in the world is going on. And by the end of the anime, it really tries to give you an answer, but at the same time, it leaves enough in the dark for the second season. And yes, thankfully, there is a second season. However, for any of you that are hoping to watch both the first and second season in dub form, I'm afraid you're a bit out of luck, because from what I can tell, the second season is only released in sub, which is why I haven't seen it yet either. But thankfully, the first season is dubbed. And as for what I thought of this anime as a whole, I'll be honest, this is one of the few animes that it can actually be scary. A lot of anime, particularly dark and creepier anime, try to make you scared. But the thing about that is, other animes may be creepy, they may be dark, they may be of the macabre, but they're never really that scary. Higurashi, on the other hand, is a boatload of scary. I even had to stop halfway through and just take a breather before I watched the rest of the show. It is that scary. But altogether, I really do like this anime. I mean, from the very beginning to the end, you feel like the twists and turns are coming at you left and right. It gets you every realm of emotion, from happiness to sadness to anger to spread out fear. This show can play on your emotions like a puppet master wheeling on his puppet strings. It is bloody creepy at times, I'm just telling you now. Surprisingly, though, they don't have a lot of gore. Oh, don't get me wrong, they have the gore, the bloodshed, but they use it sparingly. And that's what I like about this show. It knows how to give you a creepy atmosphere without relying too much on the blood and gore. Now, when they use the blood and gore, it's used to great effect to make more of a point on what is happening, and it usually happens in the climax of each arc. So that's why the bloodshed is always more powerful in Higurashi, because up to that point you haven't really had much of it in the arc. As for the art style, I really did like how the moe-ish look sort of contrast with the darker stuff, and also how their eyes would bulge open whenever they had more of the creepier moments. The only thing I didn't really like about this art style is the fact that they used, I suppose you could say, a bit of a big forehead for some of the girls, which I thought was a weird art style choice, but you kind of get used to it as the anime goes on. It's really more of a nitpick. So, in conclusion, for playing my emotions like a fiddle while I was watching this anime, this show has deserved a 4 stars out of 5. I'm the Anime Viewer 66. Thank you, and good night.